How's it going, everyone? Jay here with LMR.com. In today's video, we're going to be covering the removal of the shocks, struts, and springs for all 2005 to 14 Mustangs. The shocks, struts, and springs in your Mustang are vital suspension parts that must be replaced from time to time. This can be anything from normal wear and tear, upgrading to a performance part, or any damages caused by an accident. Ford recommends replacing these suspension components every 50 to 100,000 miles for optimal performance and overall ride quality. We're going to be working today on an S197 Mustang. Some of the tools you will need are going to be a lift or jacks and jack stands, a socket set, wrench set, 3/8 and 1/2 inch impacts, and some assorted pry bars. Start off by popping the hood on the car and the trunk. Now you can go ahead and raise the vehicle. Remove all of the wheels from the car. Starting in the rear, support the differential with a floor jack or a jack stand. Peel back the interior carpet portion of the trunk liner to gain access to the upper shock nuts. Using a 3/8 impact and a 15mm socket, remove the upper nut. Once this is loose, you can take off the upper bushing and the nut assembly at this time. To make the shock and spring removal a little easier, you can drop down the sway bar. These end links are held in place by one 15mm bolt on each side. Remove each of these bolts and then you'll be able to swing the sway bar out of the way. Remove the lower 15mm bolt holding the shock in place. There will be a speed nut on the back side of this bolt. There will be no need for a wrench on this one. Once the shocks and sway bar are loose, you can lift up and out on the springs to free them from their perch. Heading back to the front of the car, we will start by removing the sway bar end links from the strut body. This can be done using a 17mm wrench on the stud's backside that holds this in place. Using an 18mm socket, remove the nut from the stud and then slide the end link out of the way. Now dislodge the ABS sensor retainer from the strut tab on the lower edge. Using an 8mm socket, remove the bolt holding the ABS sensor to the spindle. Then you can slide this out of place. Next, you will need to remove each of the strut to spindle bolts. These will be equipped with a speed nut on the backside. Using an 18mm socket, remove each of these bolts. You'll want to be careful here because there will be some slight tension once the spindle and the strut separate. You can use a jack on the lower A-arm to help keep this from moving excessively. You will need to remove the four 13mm nuts holding this in place on the top side of the strut mount. Grab the strut body from the bottom when doing this, so the strut does not fall onto your foot or the floor. Once you have the nuts loose, you'll be able to remove this from the vehicle. Now that the strut assembly is out of the car, you will need to use a spring compressor of your choosing. Once the spring is compressed, use a 21mm socket and a 1/2 inch impact to remove the upper strut nut. Once this is separated, you can remove the strut mount and pull the spring off of the strut. Alright everybody, we hope this video has helped you have a better understanding of how to remove your shocks, struts, and springs from your S197 Mustang. Overall, this one should roughly take you about 1 to 2 hours to complete. If you liked this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to keep you up to date with any new tech info we release. As you already know, make sure to keep it here with the real Mustang enthusiasts at LMR.com.